Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my E92 with an 8 HP swap, single turbo, port injection only. Here is my E92. So I'm going to go through really quickly the setup, the plans, and then pretty much my goals with the car. This is the N54B30. I'm going to run a stock long block for now, just to test the car out, get it on the road, make sure it runs well. B58 coils, VTTO valve cover. This engine itself, I'm actually not going to be running. I have another engine on a stand right now that I'm prepping to swap in. So this engine is going to come out, and I'm going to put another stock long block in. Over here buried is a 8 HP 45. This is from an F chassis. So think E92, the generation after, F30, which is a 335. That's what started to get the 8 HPs. Really cool about that is it bolts right up to the N54. You're able to use, I believe you use the 8 HP 45 converter. And as long as you have a 6-bolt motor, I'm pretty sure you can use the flex plate. I have to look into that a little more, but I know for sure that the length is the same. So you're able to use the stock T-case. You're able to use the stock drive shaft. You can bolt up the 8 HP 45. The only thing I really need is a transmission controller. And I'll get into that after I'm done going over the hardware. So the next part of the build, I have my intake manifold. It's a forward facing, and I have my turbo. That turbo is going to be paired with my Speedtech turbo kit. This turbo is a journal bearing 3884R, 64 millimeters. And this turbo kit is Speedtech top mount turbo kit. It's got a divided manifold. It's got a lot of cool stuff, but this is basically the entire kit I need for single turbo. I'll go over the injectors in a later video, but this turbo kit is a top mount kit. It's going to look super sweet. I'll put a picture here. The next part of the build that I have not touched on is the engine management and transmission management. So I'm going to be using Max ECU, which has just came out with 8 HP control. So I'm able to both control the engine with the direct injection deleted and run my 8 HP 45 off of the same ECU, which is a huge plus. That's going to put this build together right away. The other options I was looking at, or a standalone TCU. Max TCU is going to do, for me, what I need on a stock engine and transmission. I'm going to be using port injection only. So, of course, deleting all the direct injection. I'll be ordering probably the aluminum plugs because I've heard that the stainless steel ones get a bit hot. I'll be, see right here, that needs to be blocked off. I think it's 50 millimeter freeze plug will fit perfectly in there. So I'm going to test that out, make a video on that. My intention is to make a standalone video on just the direct injection delete, what's needed, and everything like that. So for some of the technical stuff, my intention is roughly about 700 to all 4 wheels on a stock motor. It's not going to last forever, I know that. But from our personal builds that we've done, we've been able to hold over 740 wheel horsepower on a stock motor, and it holds pretty good. We're not talking 1 or 2 pulls, we're talking 10 back-to-back pulls. The intention is basically to get a car that I could go make 50 passes, get it as fast as possible, eventually build the motor. This is the 8 HP 45. It's going to be stock. Those are not that strong. I'm going with a 3.08 diff ratio. It's just the manual transmission diffs. I already have them, which is awesome. I had a manual car part out, so I had them sitting around. That's going to lengthen the gearing so that I can stay out of 5th gear on the 8 HP. My hope is that it's going to hold up to that power. Not forever. Honestly, the weak point's going to be the transmission, then engine. And at that point, I think I have a solid car otherwise. I'm doing a mil-spec engine harness, Max ECU, which is a standalone. I've got an awesome valve cover. B58 coils are stout for the power level that I'm chasing. This intake manifold, it's welded fine. The turbo is a Garrett, so I'm confident in that. But that's the power goal, about 700 wheel. But I wanted to go through some updates in life. This is my son, Theodore. What's up, little guy? So for life updates, this is my CLA 45. I did buy a house. It's a townhouse, but for me, it works well for what we need. I do still have the X5 diesel, and I actually was intending to make a video on an overhaul on it. My wife hydroplaned, did a 360 and hit a tree. It's really not as bad as I'm making it sound. Here's a picture. Car was looking fucking fine, and my wife is safe, so I can't really complain. Anybody that is new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you can check out some of my other content. Well, hopefully you can find something that you like on the channel. If not, I'm gonna be making a ton of videos on this 335 going forward. I've spent a bunch of money to get this car together, spending a bunch of money to finish it out. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. Anybody who has been a part of the channel, thanks for coming back. Thank you for watching my new video. I know you guys are probably accustomed to some of the older chassis stuff, E46, E36, but I intend to keep pushing forward on the E92 stuff. I'm super excited for this car. This car is going to be probably one of the cooler all-wheel drive cars, and there's some things that I have to work out with the Max ECU. It doesn't have any transfer case control at this point, but there are ways around that, and there are things that people are working on and developing. So as time goes on, and hopefully with with my own development, we can figure that out along the way. But as of right now, the car will work rear-wheel drive. I've been wanting to do this for a long, long time. I'm taking basically everything I love about these cars, everything I love about E92, everything I loved about my E46, everything I've loved about every BMW I've owned, and I'm putting it into one race car, and hopefully just, I mean, it's going to shatter records. It's going to be a super fast car. One will be the fastest all-wheel drive car. I have no doubt about that. There's a couple other people that have really cool builds, but those are really long-term, really serious builds. I'm putting something together that's really simple, turnkey, that anybody can follow, and hopefully that formula is going to result in a really fast car that a lot of people, if they really are intending to buy, you know, spend 20 grand and get a 9-second car, this is something they can follow. I'm going to have a ton more videos on that. Just stick around, hit subscribe. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.